What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for hanging out with me again. We're back with the fourth installment in my how-to section for the Patriots Resources. The video will be right here after it's all done. What I was going to do was a follow-up to this video about the email because I got a response. Well, after doing a deep dive on the person who sent me my response, I decided that going over and finding out who this guy is a pretty important video all by itself. So for now, we'll put the email writing on hold and we'll take a deep dive down the rabbit hole on who this guy is. Check it out. State Representative Jason Wentworth from the 97th District in Michigan's House of Representatives. This is the big kahuna. He is the Speaker of the House. And he's a big RINO, I've come to find out. And this email's trash. All this is just like a shut-up letter trying to throw some sugar on stuff and act like they're doing a big service for we the people. Well, you can read right through all the bull crap in this letter, and I'm going to do it real quick for you. My video number 5 will be my follow-up email to this. But for now, we're just going to talk about it all. Okay, Jason Wentworth. He writes me, well, a member of his office, I guess, wrote me. I don't know if it was from him or not, but it says, Dear Big, thank you for reaching out to the office of Speaker Jason Wentworth regarding your concerns about the integrity of Michigan elections. As you know, safe elections are a cornerstone of our democracy. Well, we're not a democracy, first of all, we're a republic, so that's fact check number 1. And it's essential that all Michiganders trust every election. Well, we don't. That's why I wrote you the damn email. What I'm going to do in my email is highlight each little chapter that they write and then fact check it underneath. So my email will be this email pasted and copied with my rebuttal under every line. Our office has been listening to voters in the 97th District and across Michigan that share your same concerns. Speaker Wentworth will continue working hard to ensure our elections are secure. Oh, really? Well, what are you guys going to do? Over 250 audits were performed in accordance with state law and the Michigan Constitution. No, they weren't. Those were hand-selected from different precincts, a small percentage of ballots that only went off the tape from the machine and the voter rolls. Not an actual audit, like a full forensic audit. So this is all wrong too. It says the results of the election were formally confirmed by these audits, which included hand counts, from selected precincts throughout the state. Well, every precinct needs to be counted. Every ballot needs to be counted. Every lie needs to be revealed. The House has also approved several reform measures this year to ensure our elections run fairly. Now, remember in the last email I gave them a bunch of things they can do to fix the elections, like, the mail-in votings, the precinct sizes, getting rid of the dead voters off the rolls. Well, this is the response to all that I gave them, all them ideas. The House has approved several reforms. Several, okay? Well, what are they, buddy? To ensure our elections run fairly. These include plans to remove dead people from our voter rolls. Well, that's good. Finally. And require verification of a person's birth date when their birth date is unknown before voting. Now, remember I said they must have an ID? I think you should have an ID even if your birth date is known before voting. Everybody should walk up with an ID, get checked in, get their ballot, and go on about their business. What does it matter if they know your birth date before or not? You still should show your valid picture, driver's license, or state ID. So this is kind of like a little wash. And to provide more training for everyone involved in the election process. Well, I pray you do. I pray you do. It's not going to get done with this. This is several reform measures too, by the way. Removing dead people and requiring some kind of proof if your birth date is unknown. That was their response to how to reform the voting election rules. Trash. In the latest challenge originating in Antrim County, because I mentioned that in the letter, a circuit court judge ruled that a post-election audit hand count showed results largely consistent with the canvass totals entered by the state, and the plaintiff's request for another audit was satisfied by the hand recount. Well, that's all a lie. This is all still going on. This wasn't resolved. You think actually Bill Bailey and Matt DePerno are going to stop at the last little injunction they had? This is all trash too. Michigan families deserve fair and safe elections. Well, no crap. The whole country deserves fair and safe elections. That's all we got. All we got is our elections. All we got is our voice. If we can't check who was representing us, then what do we do, you know? And Speaker Wentworth remains committed to supporting bold common sense reforms to do just that. Well, Bubba, you might want to step it up now. These two just became Speaker of the House too in 2021, so he's new. He's just floating on cloud 9 right now, thinking he's King Turd of Crap Mountain. But he ain't nothing. We'll fix this. Thank you again for contacting blah 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 for staff blah blah. I should call him tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a call-in, recorded call-in where I talk to somebody. Hopefully I can talk to Jason himself and then bust him out live over the phone. I'll just put it on speakerphone and do a video on that. So who is this guy? Well, this is him. Ta-da! A little twerk. Speaker of the House, Jason Wentworth. This is what he said. This is back in January. He was elected for the 2021-22 session. So this is what he said after getting elected or whatever. This is what he's going to do.
Like the rest of our country and the rest of this world, Michigan is facing a unique and difficult time in its history, coming after years of plenty and growth. People close to us are hurting. Every one of us has a friend, a family member, or a neighbor who is in a tough situation right now. They need a government that has their back.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, it's not you, buddy. How do I know it's not this dude? Well, you got to follow other people and go to different sources. This dude is, what they're doing is threatening all the other legislators and people in the House to not talk to anybody involved in the Bill Bailey, Matt DePerno case. He's ruling this. Everybody that's under him is only doing like what he says. And it shows. Matt DePerno did a video on it. First, let's read this real quick. The only Republican legislators that Matt has spoke to is Representative Matt Maddox. The rest are being told to shut up or else. DePerno revealed this on Tuesday night interview with the Gateway Pundit. They have been told by their caucus leaders that if they talk to me, they will be removed from committees and their funding will be cut off for future elections. Sadly, this isn't a new tactic. Michigan Conservatives Takes Action learned that back in mid-April from a former legislator, senators and representatives serve at the pleasure of the Speaker, this cat over here, not the people they've been selected to serve. So they're not listening to us, guys. They're listening to this twerp. And he's full of crap, as you can see from the email I just read you. So they did a call to action. Both Senator Majority Leader Mike Shirkey and Speaker of the House Jason Wentworth, this dude, are strong-arming the legislators into silence. Tell the legislators that we, the people, will directly support them if they do the right thing. So this is what they want us to do, is write all of our legislators besides him and besides Mike Shirkey and tell them, don't listen to him, do what we want. Money talks, and right now Shirkey and Wentworth are using it to operate like a mob boss of crime syndicate to keep their lackeys in line. Calls and emails to legislators are expected to go unanswered to a degree, which they have, because the only message I got back is from him, and it's all crap. But the level of silence has been unusual. Yeah, it has been unusual. Now we know why the legislature has been so locked down. It's time to change that. Leaders make mistakes. We're not asking for perfection. Yeah, we are. We're asking for honesty and integrity. Tell the legislators that you will support them if they take a stance against Shirkey and Wentworth's threats. So what if their funding gets cut? Perhaps they've forgotten that President Trump raised $85 million in the first quarter of 2021 alone without the help from the GOP. Voters will support legislators who stand up for the people they represent. Call and email your Republican senators and representatives. Remind them where their funds and votes truly come from. Tell them to stand up to bullies and that you will give back them in the next election if they will stand up for liberty. Give them power to do the right thing. So, yeah, that's all. This guy here is a big, big, big number one rhino. What does Matt DePerno think about it? Listen to Matt real quick.
And not one of them has, well, two people have contacted me in the entire House of Representatives, and it's been Matt Maddock and Tristan Cole before he left office.
So the only active member in Congress in our Michigan Republican-led House and Senate that you've spoken with is Matt Maddock on this issue. That's agreed to speak with you and at least hear what you had to say. Whether he agreed with you or not, he at least agreed to listen to you and hear what you had to say. Is that correct? That's correct. Otherwise, the rest of them are told by their caucus leaders that if they talk to me, they will be removed from committees and their funding will be cut off for future elections.
Holy cow. Wow.
No, it's run like a crime in a syndicate.
Yes, it is. That's Patriot Matt right there, everybody. Well, enough looking at this twerp. Give me a couple days and I will bang out another video where I show you the email response that will be sent out. Appreciate you kicking it with me. As always, God bless. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.